Someday I'll actually. Welcome to the Dice for Good Bad Storytellers. I'm your DM, Jacob. I'm joined by Matt playing Kyle, Josh playing Leo, and Maddie, who shall join us briefly, playing Kubo. And we just had it's Memorial Day weekend. We're all busy. We're all crazy doing stuff. My ear is shot. It's got a whole bunch of nasty bugs in it from ear infection. And now we are here. So we wanted to take a quick time. We're just going to do a quick little thing here to role play what happens after the events of the last campaign. Kyle went a little high speed, and they were able to get the drop on him with a very high level spell and keep him frozen for long enough to escape, and delinked the trains here. So they were able to pull ahead. So now, kind of after the dust has settled here, the train pulls away. I know that Leo was going to try and do one last dimension door to see if he could get into the train as it was leaving. It's still something you're able to try to do, although you will be fully separated from the party. So I want to be very aware, let you know that that is risky for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, I don't remember. Did I do it or did I say I was going to do it?
I remember you said you were going to do it, but we didn't roll for it or anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I have to see what I need.
You can bring along one person.
I don't think anyone was with me because you're like mad fast. So I was.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
I think you were ahead. I was up ahead with Adina before she ran out, right?
Yeah. So for simplicity's sake, I don't want to take away that opportunity from you, Leo, but let's say that we're all settled. We're not able to check up with the train. They're pushing on ahead. You guys were just maybe an hour into this trip, so you guys have a lot of ground still to cover. But the train leads to the Iagran mountain and country. I'm going to give a quick synopsis of everything that happens afterwards. First off, pandemonium. Tons of people that are in the train just go, no, I ain't dying today. And they just wander off into the wilderness to try their luck finding another place to live that isn't, or another place to get to where they're going. They bring their stuff. And probably about a good 3/4 of the citizens that are in the train just go, above my pay grade, I ain't dying. And they just disappear. They just run. They're used to having to change their plans suddenly because of the shenanigans of country people. The guards that are there, they don't put up any resistance. They do the same thing. There might be one or two that stay behind, but they don't resist you in any way. They're just kind of like, whoa, man, I don't have anything to do with none of this.
I don't want to smoke.
Yeah. The small mousekin zookeeper that was watching all the animals, she has a nasty welt on the side of her head where she tried to resist them taking the seal and was not successful.
Oh,
and kind of in general, things are just kind of like weird. Like this train is just sitting in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of like the Iagran countryside. It's a dusty, dark, kind of saturated tones place. The big old trains, there's one that was carrying these weapons, one that was carrying food, the zookeeper train, and just kind of general ones. One good news about this train being damaged is that is no longer seized by the Iagran country, but it is also has no method of getting to the country it was originally intended for. So lots of complicated stuff going on right now. I think we're going to lead right on that, like, you guys are at the end of where the train eventually stopped, and the kind of the party is all here. And I think Odina kind of has her arms folded, leaning on the train. Everybody's here, and her first like word is like, well, bad. They know we're coming. I mean, they don't know who we are, but they know we're coming. They know there's a dragon after them. The train is stopped. They get forced warning. Like, I mean, we're fucked, right? Am I wrong? Like,
Well, we may have lost the element of surprise. We were going to do that after taking the first one down anyway.
I mean, yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, Kyle. I'm a little like, what's going on, man? Like, we could have gotten to the mountain first. Now we have to traverse the country. I mean, you saw your shot, and we were nervous that they saw Leo's papers, but like, I mean, I can't carry all y'all.
Being back here makes me nervous.
I mean, okay, yeah, valid, nervous. What do we do now? That's my question. Like, because we can follow these train tracks there. Do we wait out in the countryside? Like,
Well, if you care about my
heist again, train heist.
No, I have to say, as a gangster, typically when things would go wrong and you don't want the smoke, as some people would say, you lie low for a bit. I think since we can't do a straight shot, we need to like find a surrounding village or something and like lay low basically and see. I'm not saying they know it's us. I'm just saying Savage knows that a green dragon is the one that, you know, burns him to death almost. And you're a green dragon.
I'm sorry, Kyle. You're right. No, I know.
No stress. I'm just saying. I feel like they do maybe know it's us a little bit more than we want to believe. So
and
we
the
just
card.
I screwed that the fuck up.
No,
Yes.
So laying low is fine, but Fluellen and Adlaria, we really don't know what condition they're in, and so every time we spend not getting there is time that we don't know what's happening.
Well, just because we're lying low, guys, doesn't mean that we don't go. We just have to like if you want to be. Sorry, out of character. What did you call your grandma lady, Kyle?
Grandma lady.
Grandma lady. When you're disguised. You're disguised.
Oh, you're just.
Oh, I ditched that one, and when I came on, I swapped to him because that was the one I used to kill the cop.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Sounds a lot worse than it was.
That works. Okay, yeah. Well, no, I just think maybe like as we travel together, we should actually pretend like we're still pretend like we're people from the train. We just got displaced, and that's why we're wandering around, and we can just meander our way there. Because okay, let's be real. Vespa or someone Serenity, that bitch is gonna come back for us. I'm just saying, like, there's no way at this point. They're just gonna wait, you know. So maybe we wait for them to come to us, or we go to them, but take longer.
Well, I mean, first things first. Is there what's in the zoo that we can ride?
I'm gonna say the mouse person is there. It's an aquatic exhibit. Nothing. Everything is.
You want a polar bear? I'll ride a polar bear.
A fish? We'll ride a fish.
I'll ride a walrus. I don't care. Why the
Walrus.
Oh my god! Isn't that an advertisement for Futurama? I'll ride the walrus.
Mouse skin characters become so important to me. Sorry.
I mean, if she wants to, she can come with us. I guess we don't want to leave her.
I know. Like, literally just.
I mean, I was supposed to take care of the animals, but like, what? She points at like, can dragon pull the train? Is that a thing that she can
Oh
do?
my god. They're pulling the train.
That's all I have to say. But well, maybe.
The dragon's like fully cannot. Like,
What? Maybe.
Miss Mouse we are going to get back the seal. That is one of my top priorities. No, just saying.
My mother's name was Miss Mouseskin. You can call me Tina.
Oh, Tina, I apologize. My brain is hurt from punching people so much. Okay, Leo, Kyle, thoughts, guys, Agina. What if we meander through the wilderness, get supplies, and go?
All right, so I'm gonna send 3 of my watchers in 3 different locations, 3 different like directions, just because I don't know this surrounding area. So whoever finds the nearest town, alert me.
Do some checks here to kind of gather information. So please give me one perception check, Josh. Give me 1 for each watcher. And we'll say one goes north, southwest, southeast. Kyle, I just want everybody to get an opportunity to do something here with a roll. What would you try to do to get more information? Would you like interview people? Would you like try and, question some people? What would Kubo try to do here?
I think Kubo is waiting first to see what's needed of him, aside from just finding stuff in the luggage or the wreckage to take with them. He's gonna lay low.
They definitely have weapons, but they're just like swords and
If none of them are better than his, he'll leave them. But I'll roll for this. But is there any like food, any medicine, like stim or something like
roll.
that?
They got some.
They got a lot of fish.
Get some med kits. Yeah, roll me an investigation check for that.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna load back into my character sheet on my phone.
You're good.
Sorry, I'm looking at my stats.
You're good.
You're good, peeps. I love that we've all just been hit by the sick bus and we're doing it still. I appreciate it.
Okay, 13.
13. Okay. So we'll say 13 for the north one. We can just do.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I forgot.
That's
to roll
I
more.
kind of want to let you explore a little bit
I
here.
need to do an investigation check.
Oh, 13
Okay.
and 17.
With the two 13s to the north and the southeast, and you guys came from the east, you don't. The watchers go out kind of to the limit of their range and just kind of look at the countryside and look what's happening. You see a couple of the camps of people kind of fleeing to go, fleeing away, and there doesn't seem to be much over there. You see that there might be like a far kingdom, some natural features, some like water if you needed like to go to a stream. There's a stream up to the north that's leading in like outlands. It's actually leading to the west to the east. But then with that 17, you send the watcher out, and this is kind of following the tracks a little bit, and you find an apparently a very loyal guard. With the 17, I think you see him because he's exhausted. He's running. He is running toward the next city on the train tracks. And you can see that he's running ahead.
Alone?
Yes, you can see that he's the only one that's like trying to do anything here.
And he looks exhausted, or does he look like her exhausted, or just like he just looks tired?
It looks like runner's exhausted. He's trying
okay.
to dog. He's trying to get a distance ahead. I mean, that's kind of your insight on him. It might not mean that he's doing anything terribly important, but it might be less information that gets back to the Ogren Mountain. No guarantee that rumors don't find their way around, but it might delay some news.
Okay, I'll relay that. And for the 13, you said I saw people fleeing, or
just with the 13, you see a little stream to the north and not anything to report. Just kind of general natural features.
Okay, so I'll see a single royal guard just running off through the tracks, heading to the next town on his own.
Tell them that they won't already know. Odina kind of says like, we could kill him. I mean, but
maybe it's good if they.
Well, I think we should. We should see what he knows first.
I could stop him.
Right. I think interrogation is the route here, not just murder.
Okay. How close is my summon to him? Like how close is the watcher
I'm gonna
watching
say that with the summon, because the summons move pretty dang fast, you're able to get up to him. You're gonna be able to get in range for most things. You can get within 30 feet,
Oh, I would love to cast sleep if that would be so happily done.
Yeah, roll out those dice.
Nice. Yeah.
Roll me your sorry.
What is it? 5d8.
Investigation. With a 13 on investigation, you find a lot of the people in the train took whatever food was in the dining car or anything like that to kind of have food as they travel to the nearest town. So there's this kind of slim pickings, but you're able to find kind of meager rations.
So they're like medicine, even if it's just like like Band-Aids.
With a 13, I'm not trying to make this like a mean world here. You find that people have raided the town pantry, and so I think that you guys already had rations on your own from this travel. Like you're prepared for this journey. You had enough to take the train ride and then to be in the Ogren Mountain for a while before you need to resource. But you find some stuff that's comforting. I'll say you find a map. I'll say that you find like a railway map that has like trip schedule and of the trains and everything.
Okay, and then I can show that to everybody and we can make plans about like where to run.
You got a railway, so if you wanted to hop another train that was going in roughly the same direction, you could figure that out with that map. So what did you roll for sleep?
Oh, I got a 26. Is that enough to kill?
That's enough.
Okay, perfect.
That's gonna hit it. That's gotta hit it. Oh my gosh.
It's for his like HP.
That's the amount of HP he can put.
Exactly. No, I know.
Oh, it's enough.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. He's just a guard. These guys have like 20, 25 HP tops.
Oh, say less.
So yeah, this guy,
Less.
this guy is running. He's actually, kind of impressive. He's, jogging. He's a trim guy. He clearly jogs a lot. And you hit him, and he just hits one of those steps, crumples to a knee, and is asleep on the side of the railroad.
You need that good rest. All right, so now I'm gonna leave my watcher there just so it's like a mental map
The marker
pinpointing.
only for us.
Yeah, like a marker exactly. Like, okay, now I know this guy's here sleeping, and I'm gonna point in the direction for us, and then after we finish discussing, we'll pass by.
Tina kind of goes like, I'm just gonna stay and take care of the animals as best I can. Eventually, I'm sure they'll figure out a way to get this train moving. They'll get another caboose sent over or something. It's gonna be a nightmare logistically, but I can keep them alive for as long as I can. So
Can I leave her any like rations or something for her? Not just. I don't think I have anything for the animals, but is there anything I can do for her?
I think that she recognizes that you'd be helpful if she could, but there's nothing that you can really like.
Right. We also caused the mess, so also we can.
You're kind of like, is there anything we can do? And she's like, you know what? No, you're good. You guys have done
Picking up
enough.
on the vibe that she wants us to leave. She's like, go away, please just leave. Okay.
But yeah, however, would you guys want to proceed and kind of interrogate this sleeping guy?
I'm curious.
I was gonna wake him up first, personally, but
Now let's go to his nightmares.
Do any of you guys have like a spell to like friend or whatever?
what's a spell?
Let's see. Do I friend? No.
Or charm person?
While we're walking and talking, I guess. First
Yeah,
of all,
but-
how does Odina feel? Is she okay with this?
Odina's kind of grumpy. She got to see some action and she did well, all things considered. I think that she hates that this has slowed down getting to Llewellyn and seeing what's going on there. But she's kind of on board, and you can tell that like she's kind of always weighing the options of, do I just fly over there and wreck shop, or do I hang out for longer?
I think while we're walking, Kubo might say something to her, basically along the lines of like, hey, like if we have to, I'll go with you to scout, sort of a thing, which hopefully she understands what you say.
Yeah.
But at the same time, peeps, while we're walking, Kubo's just like, okay, so like, hear me out. So we interrogate him to get the information. But do we want him to maybe leave alive and pretend or make it look like he got away? Ooh, alive, spooky. We misplant information. We tell him because we have this fancy map. We're going like over here, but really we're going like over here. I'm pointing to two different sides of the map. And then they know we're coming, but they go the wrong way. And maybe we'd get a chance to get one of the siblings again, but like sneaky. Thoughts, feelings, prayers.
We could
Well,
do
we have to
that.
know which way we're going before we can tell him that we're going a different way. Would be my first thought on that one.
Yeah.
What about we go back to go forwards?
You go back to Porridge?
We're only an hour's train ride away. That's
But we got no train.
a day or two travel.
Yeah.
We could correct the
that works.
purge, but I still think no matter where we go, we should misplant information with the guard. What do you guys think?
I mean, this is kind of me being a DM, being kind of cheeky, but I think Odina goes, yeah, we tell the guard that we're going ahead to the next town and we're slowly working our way in, but really we go back to Porridge and find, some other route.
Well, I mean, I think what we would do in that instance and how we would do it is have him tied up, but not very well, suspiciously within earshot as we fake discuss our plans.
Right.
Ooh.
Right.
I like that.
Specifically tell him what we're doing. That's not if he or whoever debriefs him when he gets back has any common sense whatsoever, that's gonna raise flags.
We're
I like
really
that.
lucky, like I've said before, if we're really lucky, maybe by the time we get to the mountain, maybe Savage will not want to kill us so much. Like maybe if there's a moment, maybe there's a way he's looking out for Llewellyn and Adleria somehow. Like I want to believe a little bit that he's not all evil from what my dad was saying. Again, if that's not the case, we put the pain, we understand that. But I'm going to be a little hopeful just because it's starting. Well, maybe it's not starting to rain. I don't know. It's raining IRL where I'm at. Starting to rain. And and I'm just trying to maintain like my.
I'll take the offer there. As you guys come up and you see the Watcher kind of ghostily floating above the sleeping form, you hear a crack of thunder as some storm clouds start to roll in, and a very gentle, brisk rain kind of hits the evergreens here and brings up the scent of pine. This guy, he is a starkly blonde man, very thin, very runner physique, kind of like a 14 constitution, but not because he's burly, but because he can run for a long time. And he's kind of hardcore magical sleep on the ground as you guys approach him. And however you'd like to, would you tie him up?
Do you guys want to tie him up first?
Oh
Or
yeah. We're gonna tie him up. I think probably suspended. I'm gonna assemble a little like shelf here and just put a bunch of my tools out on it and let him use his imagination for a while.
Put the cube out. Do you have a cube? Oh, you
The box.
He doesn't know how screwed he is, but it's there.
Flashback to Deza. She's finally gotten the courage to touch the box back in
Screams.
just holding it.
Like 1970s like mid like musical number cutaways to somebody entirely different.
Yes, exactly. So this guy, so you suspend him upside down? Is that what I hear? Or
I think more like a hog tie type of thing. You know,
So long as he can get out of it. So long as he can get out of it, if he like
slowly twirling. So he gets a view of the tools and then has to stop and think about it for a while before he comes back.
Okay, Kyle, roll me a what's the word? What's the word for a tying check or sleight of hand? I
There
guess.
used to literally be a skill called use rope.
Yeah, there used to be. That's true. Yeah.
Dexterity?
It would probably
Sleight of hand, performance.
Dexterity, survival, maybe.
I'll help by watching. I'll be like, yeah, you're doing
Let's do a
great.
survival. Let's do a survival. You can offer the help action if you want, Kubo.
If he needs it, I will. If not,
My eyes are helping. I'm like, wow, you could do it, Kyle. Woo.
why don't you?
Oh, I
choose
was gonna
like
do it.
one of the faraway cities on the map or something.
Oh, actually, what about sleight of hand for making like really intricate knots?
Yeah, go for sleight of hand.
For like
Okay,
intricate,
I like it.
yeah.
I'll have the DCs in my head.
Okay.
And I'm getting help action from Cuba.
Yeah,
Kubo.
because we want this to. We got to make this work. It's all about presentation, guys.
Who are you talking to? Come on.
Yeah, who am I talking to?
27?
27. Heck yeah. So you guys get this guy tied up. Very elaborate, kind of like. I mean, you guys did describe a hog tie. It's hard not to have some shibari vibes to that. I'm not gonna lie. But you guys have him tied up, all on a tree, so he's kind of dangling and he's going side to side. He wakes up near the end of this. I'm gonna establish that you have a little area like laid out with the sheet, and there's tons of terrifying tools on there, and a map that your map you have labeled the area.
Yeah, if we do you want to do an insight?
Yeah, you can roll an insight on him. There is a map where you guys have labeled the city down the railroad for where your next target is. As he wakes up, he goes, "Oh my goodness! My head! Who are you? Who are you people?" And he's got a very a funny voice, like all good NPCs do. But you get an 18 insight on him. He is a good little government boy. You get the feeling that he is just one of the few people in government that believes in the system and just genuinely wants to help it.
So sad. Oh my
That
god.
is so gross.
You'll get nothing out of me, you big, scary, burly men. And he looks to Adina. "Oh no, who are you?" And he's kind of like slowly oscillating around as he's going about.
I say we just silent treatment him for a while. Let him stew. Just let him watch the tools and us.
I think Kubo gives him like a look of kind of like pity and disgust.
as of course is appropriate.
He just rotates around for a bit. Goes, oh.
If this matters too, Kupo's not wearing a disguise right now because we want the information to be placed wrongly. I'm just putting that out there more for you, but so everyone else knows too, right?
Yeah. So he's getting the information wrong that you're going down the road. As he's going around, he says something, and with an 18 insight, you can tell he can feel the built-in, things in the ropes to where he can get out, but he doesn't know that they're built in, and he kind of lies and goes, "Oh, you must be against the Yagran dwarves to have done such sturdy knots. Oh, such sturdy knots. How spooky. Look at all of you derailing our train."
Seal, that is unforgivable.
You'll get nothing out of me, nothing.
I'm talking about the seal.
Oh, the seal. Oh, yes. She took the seal, for all things belong to the sweet serenity. You guys give him the silent treatment for a little longer as he spins. He sort of starts getting like frustrated. He goes, "What do you want? What do you want? Release me, release me."
What do we want, guys?
I don't give us a reason not to kill you, or and then shocking hands shooting bolts of lightning between his fingers, or just have some fun.
I'm nobody. I'm nobody. All I know is that if I had given them information, they would have rewarded me handsomely. There's lots of upsets in the ranks with the Yagran dwarf groups, and so lots of opportunity for upward movement.
I think Kubo saw something. I'm like, do you know anything?
Upward movement, eh? And I say we haul him up another foot.
Kubo's like, oh yeah. Do you know anything about any prisoners in the mountain from Remalin?
Oh, plenty of prisoners. We have
Okay.
we have all of the FBI of the entire Remalin forces
Sure, yep.
in our mountain under our control. We can
All right. He gets a shocking grasp.
He has like a very high pitch, just kind of like
Kubo's just like
all the Yagran dwarves are horrible. Yeah, you do that, and he continues to spin around. Some steam comes off of him.
As specific though, I understand from your attire that you are somewhat knowledgeable in the government, so you might not know anything, but do you know anything about very specific to Remalin, I guess, prisoners who were brought over most recently, like a week ago?
As he's kind of tossing around, he goes, "Maybe, but if you kill me, you'll never know." On an 18, he doesn't know jack shit. He knows that there are recent prisoners brought over, but the thing that he really dropped that he does know is that there is dissent in the ranks. There's something going on in the upper ranks that's leaving people more openings.
I think to intimidate him just for fun, I think Kubo's gonna grab out his face and be like, "Oh, sweet little man." There are so many things worse than death. And he's gonna like push him away, kind of like to spin around a bit or something.
The light, yep.
Yeah, and then he's just gonna go away. He just doesn't want to be a part of this.
So do you guys want to like leave him dangling a while and like give him an opportunity to escape, kind of a thing, while you go talk?
Right. It's like, oh guys. Oh, by the way, can I roll for intimidation for him?
Yeah, roll for intimidation.
See if I get
I was gonna say he was gonna try and spit in your face if you didn't intimidate him high enough, but
Okay.
what'd you get?
I'm getting it right now. Only my phone would. Jesus, I'm sorry, everyone. Give me 2 seconds. I'm doing it just in my phone. Okay. I'm doing it just on my phone. I'd love it if it would load. Christ. Okay, 18.
Yeah. So you can tell he's like getting ready to spit at you, and you put your like hand on his head and push him back, so he's swinging really hard.
It's like the spit just flies out.
Yeah, doesn't hit you at all. He goes, "Oh!" He's just like going back and forth. But yeah, do you guys give him his opportunity to escape?
Well, I think it's actually gonna be better if it's more of a he wakes up and overhears us rather than like, oh, we totally can't hear him from 10 feet away, so I'm gonna knock him back unconscious with electricity.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, he's totally restrained.
Oh, I can't sleep again.
Well,
Iadrin supporter. He needs the juice.
Okay. So you do this to this very strange man, and he goes unconscious. It seems like you could wake him up pretty well, easily, or like kind of wake him up. Wait until he was awake, basically, and then have the conversation while he fled. Yeah.
Kubo will pretend to be asleep when he's starting to wake up or something.
Yeah, so you guys make camp with this dangling guy. It's clear his arms are getting real sore and real tired. He's gonna be real messed up when he gets out of this thing. But yeah, I'm gonna say for the sake of time and just because we just wanted to do a quick
Well, we need to decide where we're actually going for and then
I thought you said
For
first-
funsies.
that's one part of why I did this, so we had the opportunity to actually discuss that. And then we
Oh, do you want us to make a roll? What's the name of a city far away or whatever? The fake city.
I thought we were going back to.
We are,
yeah,
but we're
Pan-
trying to
oh.
plant
We
the
did
wrong
talk.
information.
I mean,
we'll say that there's a big
actually
swamp.
no. I'm gonna say we're gonna head for Vaucheline, and that we have some kind of connection there.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, yeah.
Maybe push more of that descent into the into
Perhaps.
So you could think we're
honestly.
going north.
over my family.
Would you drop the knowledge that you're Sue Valshaline and because that would definitely get him
Yeah,
moving faster.
I think I probably would. I wouldn't be. Yeah, it wouldn't really matter. But yeah, I wouldn't specify my name or anything like that. And I'd try to make myself look a lot younger with my disguise kit before we did that.
Gotcha.
Although it might be too late now anyway. But
Just a light touch up, a makeup.
He's been
Yeah.
shocked. He's been shocked. He's not
You guys touch up your makeup. You guys get your
Yeah.
nails in.
I put eyeliner, I got
Yeah,
bags under my eyes.
the thing I have to accept is that socially I can't wear mascara, even though it makes my eyes pop like fire.
I love the idea. I just pictured this thing of all you guys getting ready, and it's all like a glam thing where you guys are all like, this guy's, and then it gets to Odina, and she's like in overalls and just like
She's trying not to be.
yeah.
It's okay. We have to look cute. You're good, Ordina.
He's already cute,
So
Exactly.
So yeah, you guys kind of regroup after this, and it sounds like you're telling them you're going up to Vaucheline, but in fact you're rerouting back to Courage and
Right.
finding an alternate route from
Yep.
there.
Correct.
Yep.
And he's dropping the information that he's vouching lines to.
Yeah. So we're gonna kind of end around here. I want to stick to 30 minutes. This feels very brisk. I kind of doing this real fast.
Next time will be interesting though. Can we end and say that we're heading to Purge?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm going to give here. So you guys have this conversation. You guys have that strategic conversation in the morning, and I'm going to roll for him real quick. He doesn't get high enough to even pass any of your passive perceptions. You clearly hear when he wakes up. Hits the ground and goes, "Oh!" and then goes dashing off in a different direction. And he is running down the railway the same direction he was before, clearly trying to get all this information to whoever his contact is. Then you guys, he'll be very comical. You guys wake up, get up on the bluff. You see him running down the railway in the opposite direction.
Oh, yeah, no.
And you turn around and go back toward the train station.
And then pan to the sunset.
I was thinking about firing off a couple shots in his direction, even. Just make it really gratuitous.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to blow up the forest or blow up our surroundings to make it seem like we're mad that he left?
No.
I was like,
That's strictly necessary.
I was like, cast
back,
level 5 fireball.
You check in on Tina as you guys pass by the train. Oh, got a nat 20. She's doing very well. The animals are going to be a-okay. You guys pass. You got a bunch of fish tanks. You guys pass that, and we will deal with your arrival in Courage next session. Stop.
Sounds good.